This story starts off simple, harmless even, and many people would never have thought it would turn into such a crazy roller coaster as it would become to be. So one day, Sadfutago wanted help to know how to get into the church. Oddly enough, he posted this in r/Nier fanart. FanFanProvoc asks him, "What point of the game are you at?" He responds with it's when the pod tells you to go to the resistance cap after A2 wakes up. But as time progressed, he eventually posted again with pictures that were referring to his prior post about the church, that there was some sort of door after you beat Adam and Eve. Nobody really knew what he was talking about, and with him being new to Reddit and him sort of posting to the wrong subreddit, I guess it would make sense, right? Not like he was aware of what he was doing this entire time. Anyways, he said it wasn't showing up on his friend's version of the game, which, yeah, it wouldn't because this doesn't exist on most people's playthrough of the game besides Sadfutago's game. This exchange continues for him to give what specific mission he has, and then someone goes on to ask him if he could upload a video so people could replicate it. He proceeds to upload this video of him running through the copied city and going to the wall where the door appears, which led people to be skeptical after he opens the door abruptly. It would be an entire month before he decided to upload again, which I think this is the point where most people jumped in, including myself. The video shows us quite a bit, but not enough. The video shows him going into the door within the copied city, and from there going down a ladder, at which point he gets to the very bottom and there's another door in which he opens it, and it's quite a cool little hallway with objects moving. Very interesting, looks quite official. Everyone was losing their minds over this, including myself, but I really started to get intrigued when he started showing the church area. Now before I get too ahead of myself, I should mention Fugasso and his comments in responding to other comments. I would say some of the comments are fine, but others are rather off-putting, with some bad grammar and of course him repeating what other people were saying almost like he forgot to log out of the account he was using, which lets more people being quite skeptical of him. Upon the second video, he shows more on what's inside of the church, and what do you know? It's a blob thing that represents the Shadow Lord, and a figure that represents Yona that's laying on the table. At this point, the Nier subreddit went into shambles after this post. Even Lance McDonald, a game researcher and modder, he's known for some of his work with the Nier Automata, with finding the last secret to it, and he's also made a few mods for Nier Automata, along with making a 60 FPS mod for Bloodborne. And even he was saying that, you know, this game cannot be modded in this way yet, so everyone was taking his word for it that this could actually possibly be real. Anyways, a bit more time passes, and what happens is really funny. You see, the Nier community got a hold of this dude and called him to talk to him about his findings, and they really didn't go anywhere with this because he left to go get some pizza, on which he never came back. This was people's breaking point because we were all just so thirsty for some more information, context even, which led to so many pizza memes. I even ended up joining in on it because I was so fascinated with the pizza memes that I had to make one myself. This is a little bit of a spoiler for later, so I do apologize. However, this would not be the end of it. He would go on to make a follow-up post saying he got a lot of messages and cannot respond to all of them. He also mentions he couldn't fight the blobbly thing. He could only walk through him, which everyone in the comments were saying, go back with 9S to hack the chest, on which he finally did, and then once the chest was open, it pulled up Yona's information from Nier Replicant, on which the blobbly thing started to attack him, on which he ended up succumbing to the blobbly thing. Everyone ended up making a meme about cheering him on so that he'd beat it next video. There were even people singing The Weight of the World in some Discord servers. I'm still held up on the pizza saga though, like, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's just because he left the Discord call for some pizza, and you know what? I would have left for the pizza too.
The fucking pizza, it's gotta be at the end of this tunnel, this rabbit hole. I'm fucking shaking, it better be fucking Pizza Hut!
The next video Sadfutago ended up posting was him defeating the blobbly thing, on which he could interact with the birds, but then he proceeded to answer all the wrong questions. twice. The text in question, that is not Korean, it is Japanese, Sadfutago, was a reference to what happened in your replicant with the birds once you hit that last section of the game. At this point, he finally proceeds to post several images confirming the fact that he actually answered those questions correctly. The title of these images have ZE34, which many people have speculated to be referring to Zero from Drakengard 3 in relation to the screenshots. His last screenshot just said Xena. Everyone at this point was freaking out whether it was a new game announcement for Drakengard 4 or Nier 3 or Automata 2. Either way, it didn't seem like many people cared if it was just a really well made mod or real. What was more valuable was the experience this was for the community to come together and laugh at Sadfutago's way of playing the game, his posts being kinda random, and even cheering Sadfutago on. All of this was something I've never seen a community do before, so it made me extensively interested in this topic. At last though, all good things have to come to an end. Me curiously checking to see if there were any more updates upon Sadfutago checking his posts, I just would happen to notice he put his Twitch link in his bio. He'd go on to post that he'd be live in 3 hours.
What's that?
This was an amazing journey, even though at the end of it was all fake. It was more of the journey of Sadfutago and his iffy statements. He became the butt of any joke and meme on the Nier Reddit page. And at the end of it all, it made us all happy. The memes, Sadfutago's inability to play the game, and overall him who potentially has this copy of the game that has this one added piece of content that nobody else had. Even though it was a mod, it really opened the door for anything possible in the game now. And that's something we all should appreciate, the modding community's efforts to make it even more possible to mod Nier Automata on the PC, even though the support is absolute garbage in most cases. Although I'm a bit sad that it's over, I'm just happy that it happened. I'm just glad that I had a small part in being a part of the Nier community on Reddit when this was all going down. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.